No introduction required. Y'all see the title of tonight's video. And shout out to Layman's Journal. S- uh, Longtime subscriber and supporter. I'll leave the link to his full video in the comment section. Go check it out. But yeah, Layman's Journal is diving deep into this. And by the way, also shout out to Chaos Rain too, because this is where I got this from. But this has to be said. And Layman's Journal is doing exactly what I was doing, calling out the double standards, the selective outrage, as well as the hypocrisy in all these bitter broads, Sims Captain and Captain Sabum's complaints in regards to older men getting with younger women, while at the same time praise older women for getting with younger men. And as I stated before, the hypocrisy is real on this. But enough of me babbling. Let's let's go with this, shall we?
Obviously, this complicates things for Sharpe. Not only does this hold up his impending deal with Comcast, but it also jeopardizes his current position with ESPN. However, all is not lost, because this is a Tony Busby case. And just like Shannon said, he's earned the reputation of being a shakedown artist.
The same Tony Busby that tried to prosecute Jay-Z. And yes, he still has that nasty reputation under his belt, but let's continue.
He looks for these types of women who will accuse men like Sharpe of wrongdoing in exchange for a payday. So whenever you're dealing with him, there's a 99% chance you're dealing with bullshit, which is why Sharpe, in my opinion, is very likely to win this case, if it goes to court. And my stance on the issue is this: never trust a woman who calls an attorney before she calls the police, who files a civil suit before a police report, who chases a bag instead of justice,
who jumps on social media instead of calling 911.
So obviously, I'm siding with Shannon on this one, even though I'm not a fan of what he does. Because, regardless of the way that I feel about him, he's still being railroaded. And people like Busby should not be allowed to practice law anywhere. But that's a subject for another video. What I do want to talk about is the greater conversation this story has created. You see, Shannon Sharpe is 56 years old, and his accuser, Miss Gabby, is a 21-year-old white woman whom Shannon began dating when she was 19 and he was 54. Obviously, this angers the sisterhood.
In which, to be honest, I never seen so much outrage in my entire life. But here's the question I have. Where is this same outrage when you got 18, 19, and 20-year-olds doing OnlyFans? Or even better, let me go to extra mile. Let me go to extra mile in her feelings here. Where is the outrage for these 18, 19, and 20-year-olds in the adult film industry? And to make it even more of an embarrassment, some entered the adult film industry right on their 18th birthday. And the question we all asking is, where is the outrage on that? No outrage. But they got outraged on this. And what's more, the main ones acting a fool are bitter black women. Let's just keep it a $1.50. Let's continue.
Why is someone his age dating a woman in their 20s? Can we first talk about that, please? Because it's giving.
The real question is, why do you care? No, ma'am. Why do you care who someone else dates? Who they bring into bed with? What? It ain't what? You care because he didn't bring you to his bed? Certainly sounds like it.
Manipulation, it's giving control, it's giving power. And I know there's going to be some people who are watching this who are going to be like, well, all I need is not against the law. Understand this, please. Sometimes the law is just a set of rules given to idiots who need their hands held from time to time.
Men like that scare me.
Oh no, not this one again. Didn't I already make a video about her retarded fuck ass? I did, didn't I? Oh, by the way, shout out to my sources too, because they downloaded some of her videos from TikTok, because I refuse to go on TikTok. But thanks for sending me those videos, because now I know for a fact that after she made this video, she made other videos afterwards banging her head because some of the comments called her out on the hypocrisy. No, they had her over there banging her head. She even went as far as to try to justify Jada Pinkett Smith sleeping with August Alsina, her son's best friend. And even that is an age gap. And she tried to justify that shit. But here she is, boo-hoo, whining and crying about older men being with younger women. And the comments tore her ass up over her hypocrisy. Let's continue. I don't even want to continue. I'm going to just skip through all this shit. Let's hear from the third one. Nope. We don't want to hear you. Let's hear from number 3.
To 18 and 19-year-olds are not the same men who try to talk to them and do talk to them when they're 15, 16, and 17. Nothing you can say to.
like how those teachers, like how your female teachers in their 30s and 40s having sexual relationships with their male students ages 15, 16, and 17. One teacher went all the way down to 13. 13? Yeah, we ain't trying to hear it. Miss us with that shit. Let's continue.
Say to me to convince me that those are not the same people. That Shannon Sharpe stuff it's really weird and disgusting. And I know y'all gonna be like, she's legal. Just because somebody is legal or something is legal does not make it right. Slavery.
And will you be the one to enforce those new rules you got, ma'am? No, ma'am. Let's see you go to those OnlyFans telling them to stop letting 18, 19, and 20-year-olds be on their site doing adult shit. Better yet, let's see you, ma'am, walks up to those adult industry telling those producers stop letting 18, 19, and those 20-year-olds do corn videos. Will you do it? Or are you just clocking your mouth 100 miles an hour? You won't. And we all know you won't. Let's continue.
Slavery was legal for 400 years.
Okay. And another thing I want to talk about right here. Notice that these old bitter broads acting like Shannon Sharpe should have picked them. Always got to bring up slavery. As if, if we compare this to slavery, we will have a decent point. What is what these stupid broads and their retarded fuck ass comparisons as if that shit means something. Let's continue.
Years does not make the shit right. Okay? There's plenty of older men who like younger women. But you don't have to sit in front of the goddamn high school and wait on them to graduate so you can snatch one up. That's the.
Nor do you women need to be a teacher at that same high school having sexual relationships with your underage male students. Your point, ma'am? Okay then, let's continue.
The pedo behavior that is. That it's a connection. Y'all don't just want older men, they don't just want a younger woman. They want somebody with proximity to adolescence, and that's the part that bothers me.
This Shannon Sharpe.
So why they don't want you then? Can you also answer that question? I doubt it. But now let's hear these simps. Let's hear these simps, beta male, Captain Sabums, White Knights, and Panda Bears, and what they have to say.
Shannon Sharpe situation don't even amaze me. Because I've been telling y'all and preaching to y'all for so long that how older men like younger women because they can't handle women the same age as them. Or
you want to know why? You want to know why, simp? You want to know why these men ain't listen to you, simp? Because you pander to women. In fact, if I go to your excuse me. In fact, if I go to your video right now, look at your comments. Will I see men standing up and agreeing to what you're saying? Or if I or all we gonna see is all women in your goddamn comments. And this goes to all of you simps. You Panda Bears, you White Knights, you Captain Sabums. Always got something to say to black men just to kiss these women's asses. If we go to your comment section, will we see men agreeing with what y'all saying? Or will we click on your comments and see that there are nothing but women in your goddamn comments? But y'all making these videos addressing the men. That right there tells us that the men ain't trying to hear what you fucking pussy whip beta males has to say. Let's continue.
Or in their mid-30s. Let's be real. Let's do the math. That girl is 19 years old. Shannon Sharpe got a daughter that's 20-something. You mean to tell me you 50 and you like girls that way younger than your damn daughter?
Hey, simp. Didn't Jada Pinkett Smith fucked her son's best friend and they're the same age? Did you make a video about that shit, or did you ignore it like everyone else? Okay then, let's continue.
Daughter, how is that possible? So y'all don't find nothing weird about that. Nothing at all. 19 years old and you 50.
Shannon Sharpe and I are about the same age. He's 56, I'm 54. The young woman accusing him is 19. Now, I don't know about the merits of the case. I don't know if it was consensual, to set up, if it's legit. The courts will figure that out.
Then why you talking, simp, if you don't know? And this is the one thing that grinds my gears. Everybody got something to say, and even they themselves don't even know what's going on. Let's continue.
That out. But I do know that there is no way I'm getting caught up with a 19-year-old. I have a rule. If you are young enough to have had a play date with my children, there's nothing else to talk about. And this young lady is young enough to have been babysat by my children. Absolutely not.
I mean, come on. 19 years old, 56. What do you guys have in common besides? So you just gonna continue to spend all this money tricking off with females who are on Instagram or OnlyFans and put yourself in a position to be caught up like that. It's a lot of brothers out here like that with a lot of money. I understand, you can get caught up. There's a lot of great looking females out here. But when you get older, you're supposed to mature through life lessons. Come on, man, let's be real. Y'all never had before. Y'all never had a woman with a nice body. You done did that before. And you cannot tell me you done reach 40 years old, 45, and you think it ain't no older women that's 40, 45 that still look good. They all over the place, bro. And they educated. They got something to bring to the table. And then looking for.
Now, this is the part where simp number 3 lost me here. Guess what, simp number 3? It ain't up to you to decide who a man brings to his bed or not. It ain't up to you to tell him who he can and cannot be with. And the fact that all 3 of them has to quote unquote dick police who men should be with, that tells me a whole lot of shit. But that tells me a whole lot about the asses. But one stands out the most. 9 times out of 10, they ain't got a fucking woman. Off the gate. Let's continue.
For good men like you who can bring something to the table.
So they're trying to use this situation as a lesson on why older men should not be dating younger women. They think hard-working, successful men like Shannon Sharpe should be dating age-appropriate ladies.
Well, let me tell you why I'm irritated, because I tried to save Shannon Sharpe.
Man, nobody trying to hear what single, no man having ass Kendra G has to say. So we're going to skip over this shit.
Date your age. I want to date my wage, so come on with it.
Well, you talking?
As a matter of fact, I'm taking applicants as we speak.
Well, you talking the spice of the night, boy.
And it's also sparked a debate on interracial dating.
Shannon Sharpe, I'm going to stand with you, my brother. Shannon Sharpe, I'm going to stand with you, my brother, on one condition. I'm getting text messages from all over the African universe telling me that Shannon Sharpe was accused of the unspeakable. I'm getting text messages telling me that Shannon Sharpe was accused of the unspeakable. I'm going to stand with Uncle Shay Shay on one condition. Uncle Shay Shay, no more snow bunnies after this scandal. If you cannot promise me that you will never seek the company of another snow bunny, I cannot stand with you. Uncle Shay Shay. Uncle Shay Shay.
And that's rich coming from Dr. Umar Johnson, who allegedly, and yes, I'm going to say allegedly here, has a mixed son, has a light bright son by a snow bunny, allegedly. And let's just say if all this shit is true, this will be an embarrassment to Dr. Umar Johnson. The same Dr. Umar Johnson telling black men to stay away from snow bunnies has a mixed son by a snow bunny? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And if it's true, Dr. Umar Johnson is going up shit creek without a paddle. Let's continue.
I'm standing with you, I think it's a scam. I'm standing with you, I think it's a scam. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe on this one.
Yeah, that's a lot to unpack, and we're going to talk about it. So, Let's get it.
Put a lick in your
Now, the thing
diving.
that bothers me most about this is the response from the men. They're exuding the type of reaction I expect from women. Why are you, as a man, so worried about what another man does with his meat stick? We call...
Either one, they want the meat stick their own damn selves. Two, they ain't got no fucking woman. And three, they're begging for brownie points from these same women, hoping that those women will give them pussy. That's why. Let's continue.
We call that de-policing in the men's community, and it's not a flattering trait. As for the older women, the leftover women, I don't expect anything less. Because they're jealous. Because these ladies...
Oh, did I also fail to mention the one in the middle? The one that I responded to, completely embarrassing her ass? Did I fail to mention not only she's an old bitter broad, but she's a single mom as well? Yeah, let that sink in. Let's continue.
Ladies thought they were Jenny from Forrest Gump. They thought they could use their 20s and early 30s to have fun. They thought they could have casual sex and children with random guys. Then circle back to the good men they passed up early in life. Good men who would look past their body counts, children, excess weight, and age. Who would love them, protect them, provide for them unconditionally on the eve of menopause.
A bullshit?
Now,
Yep,
anyone with
bullshit.
common sense would call them crazy, and many of us did. Yet they were shocked, stunned, to find out good men have options. Options that don't include them. You see...
And now they're on social media, all up in their feelings and emotions about it. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Yeah, women got options, but so do the men. But so do the men as well. And as I constantly stated, this is not a one-way street, ladies. Nope, not a one-way street at all. What, you thought you could what these women thought they're the only ones that can have options? And all the men has to do is settle? Get the fuck out of here with that retarded fuck ass logic. Let's continue.
Men their age are able to go younger. They don't have to settle for their leftovers. And that angers them because they can't do the same thing with younger men. And to make it even worse, the men that are rejecting them are the men that they passed over when they were young because they were, quote, not good enough. And now they can't even compete for them. The young ladies, which are their competition, have locked them out of the market. But it also scares them because now they have to accept the fact that they've blown their chances and they're going to have to finish out the remaining 40 to 50 years of their life alone.
But Layman, those are gold diggers. The only reason these young women want to be with older men is because of money.
No, that's not true. Gen Z women, younger women, are picking older men for love.
Damn, these younger females should feel insulted by that statement. I mean, there's not much I can say about that shit.
And no, it's not because older men are simps or younger men are too conservative or toxic, as the article would suggest. It's because older men have a level of emotional maturity and life experience that younger men generally don't have, which makes it easier for a younger woman to trust and submit to them naturally. Not only that, but older men are more marriage-minded. They're less likely to chase after loose women. Again, not something that's common amongst younger men.
And that's actually a fact. My baby mom's I'm 41. My baby mom's is 35. My female acquaintance is 27. And in case if you're wondering, I met my female acquaintance when she was 24. But then again, they want to talk about 18, 19, and 20-year-olds. Yet, I seen older men get with 21. Get with younger women, age ranges from 21 to 25, and they still call them predators, even though they're past the legal age. And yeah, you come in my comment section with that bullshit, I will block your ass in a heartbeat. Let's continue.
Men. So it's not about money, it's about love, emotional security, and leadership.
Well, younger women like older men because their frontal cortex hasn't developed. They're literally children and don't know what they're doing.
What?
Now I'm gonna have to agree with Chaos Rain on this. No one gives a fuck about some goddamn retarded fuck ass frontal lobe bullshit. When those young females between the ages of 18 and 20, when they go to OnlyFans, do they care about that shit? Fuck no. Or the ones that go into the adult film industry, do they care about that shit? Fuck no. But again, where's the outrage in that? Oh, it only matters when older men gets with younger women. But at the same time, the same thing can also be said about these younger men. And it doesn't. And I can tell you this: it won't stop these older women like Tracy Ellis Ross from getting a younger man, and that's a fucking fact. Let's continue.
Well, that's true for young men too. And y'all wasn't saying that about Tracy Ellis Ross back when she said she preferred young men for that very reason.
Or Jada Pinkett Smith. They didn't have shit to say about that, but now it's a big deal.
One of the reasons, we've talked about this, that often I date younger men. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it is because...
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a great dinner. We had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, but wow. And I said, well, maybe because I can.
Yes.
One of the reasons, though, because I had to ask myself that question. I was like, what is this about? Yeah. Because I want a partner. And so often, and it's not just that I'm older, I'm also very embodied. Mm-hmm. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous? Mm-hmm. Because I have dated men my age. Yeah. There is a difference. There is an openness that occurs with a younger man.
Yeah. She flat out said she likes younger men because they're easier, because of their, quote, openness. And you all applauded her for that. And what about...
Straight up. But isn't that also predatory behavior? Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. How can I forget? Those same rules don't apply when it's an older woman trying to go after younger men. Rules for me, but not for thee. Oh, it's only okay when older women do it to younger men. But it's foul and predatory if an older man does it to a younger woman. See the double standards? I mean, everyone could clearly see the double standards, the selective outrage, and the downright hypocrisy. But these are the same retarded fucks who expect for the men. Who expect for the older men to follow the rules while the older women can do whatever the fuck they want. And this is what Uncle JD meant when I said this justification right here is gonna set all these crybabies back. Because the older men will look at this. No, hear me what I'm saying here. The older men will look at this, they'll be like, wait a second. Oh, so it's wrong for me. So me being an older man, it's wrong for me to go after younger women, but it's okay for older women like Tracy Ellis Ross to go after younger men, and I'm supposed to be the only one following the rules, man. Fuck all y'all. That's how they're gonna look at that shit. And when they do go after these younger women, guess what? They don't want to. They don't want to hear a goddamn thing they have to say. They have to say. Let's continue.
What about those old industry pumps? Those women in their late 30s and early 40s that are dating and getting pregnant by young NBA players. So I'm not trying to hear about frontal cortexes when you all are out here doing and applauding the same thing. Now let's talk about the race baiting.
So Shannon Sharpe is an example of playing in the snow and getting frostbite. Somebody call Dr. Umar. Get him on the line right now. Because this is literally what it is. Playing in the snow and getting frostbite. So y'all remember when he just recently did this interview?
Someone needs to look in the mirror. And yes, the blatant irony of this situation is that she's gonna talk about Shannon Sharpe playing in the snow when she herself is the product of the snow. Yeah, this light bright is the product of the snow. Ma'am, you're not like us.
Bluetooth pairing.
Dun, 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 dun. You're not like us. 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 Now I know you're wondering why I'm saying what I'm saying right now. She wants to talk about getting Dr. Umar Johnson and how Shannon Sharpe is playing in the snow, but she is the product of the snow that she's talking about. Basically, we got ourselves a light bright, a mixed chick trying to talk about somebody's playing in the snow. Woman, you are created from that snow. You are the product of that snow. Why 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 is you a light bright trying to talk about someone else playing in the snow? And there's a pretty good chance either, either your parents was interracially together, or your grandparents was interracially together. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is this: you are a half breed. You're a half breed trying to talk as if you are full blooded black. Shit, I'm full blooded black. And your skin tone don't come close to mine. But you want to talk about somebody else playing in the snow. If you don't sit your light bright ass down somewhere, let's continue.
That setting you up, and then you about to open up that wallet because that lady about to drag you through the mud. Whether or not these allegations are true or not, we don't know. But she did just release a snippet today, and you said you was going when you seen her. So that doesn't sound like to me that you guys were in the middle of having. But again, I'm not the judge. I'm not the jury. But y'all gonna learn to stop playing with these white women.
Says the mixed half breed to full blooded black men. Again, have several seats and shut your light bright ass up forever, ma'am.
First, let me say, the memes were hilarious, but the logic behind them is stupid. First of all, that young lady doesn't look to be too ethnic herself, so either her parents or grandparents must have been playing in the snow. But this nonsense about white women being the cause of Shannon Sharpe's downfall, listen, women are women, regardless of race or age. All are capable of treachery and betrayal. And I've done several videos.
And that's an absolute fact right there. You see, a lot of these retarded fucks thinking that, you better watch out for these white women. They will set you up. Yeah, tell that shit to Brian Banks. Oh, that's right. His false accuser was not white. His false accuser was black like him. Oh, how about the Duke lacrosse team? Where their false accuser was white? No, she was black. I could go on and on with the retarded fuckery. With this retarded fuckery and calling it out. Let's continue.
Videos on my channel about older black women, age-appropriate women who've done worse things, including violence, against the very men who share their reflection. So age and race have nothing to do with it. Women are human, and all humans are capable of evil. But Shannon is not completely without fault. Miss Gabby is an OnlyFans girl, and nothing good comes from messing with a chick on OnlyFans, because that's a transactional woman. That's a
straight up. She's an OnlyFans model, but these stupid, old, bitter ass broads try to make it seem like they were in a relationship. So what they're trying to say is Shannon Sharpe was trying to turn a 304 into a housewife. They was trying to make it seem like, oh, it's a relationship, when in reality, it's just an escort. It's just escort business. Let's just call it upfront and real. Call a strike, and a ball, call a ball, and a strike on that shit. Let's continue.
That's a woman who will do anything for the bag, including lie. So Shannon walked into this situation with his nose wide open. He's a fool for thinking he could domesticate a wild cat. So I'm going to close things right here, but before...
As I also said in my video addressing Shannon Sharpe, his ass should have known better. His ass should have known better. How did he ended up getting himself into that spot? Why he did not see the warning signs? So yes, Shannon Sharpe can't blame no one else for not looking at the warning signs, not paying attention to what he was doing, and now he's in this situation. And I still stand 10 toes down on that. But I'm going to stop this video right here. Again, shout out to Layman's Journal. If y'all want to watch the full video in its entirety, I'll leave the link in the comment section. Go check it out. Tell them JD Mouse sent you. But that's all I got for tonight. I'm done, and I'm out this bitch. Later.